This week, I'm Gillman, and I am joined here with.
I'm known as Squall Snake, and I'm the editor-in-chief of MyGamer.com. And today we are playing the remake of Front Mission. This is Front Mission 1. I think the official title is Front Mission First Remake, because the
Ye-
Front Mission 2
so
remake just
no one
came out.
ever said, "Hey, Square, you're really good at naming stuff."
Yeah, maybe at the time it was just Front Mission, but now with the remake, they had to put the first in there. Not Front Mission 1, but Front Mission First. And this is the first time that we're kind of booting this up, so this is the initial tutorial. And I remember playing Front Mission 1, a fan translation of the Super Nintendo version, like a million years ago. Never got very far in it, but when I remember playing it, being like, wow, this is actually like a pretty awesome game. And I would have loved the hell out of this if I played it when it first came out in early 1995. But so I have this game on my wish list. I have not purchased it myself, but it's like one of those games, like, yeah, when it goes on sale, when I get some time, definitely want to put this one higher on the priority list.
Yeah, I picked this up on a Steam sale, and because I loved Front Mission 3.
Three, yeah,
Yeah.
that
Unfor-
was the first one I think we got.
Yeah, the United States got absolutely.
Right, right, right.
Um, and I played 4. The one complaint that I've definitely heard people bring up before about Front Mission, and from my experience, I have to agree, is the game's so freaking hard RNG heavy. Is that
Mhm.
it's like sometimes you'll go through like a hard battle and it's the enemies just won't do like much damage or anything to you, and then sometimes you'll go through the same, like try to do it again, and it's just fucking impossible.
Mhm.
4, there was a mission I couldn't beat. Uh, uh
Yeah, I kind of remember playing the Super Nintendo, the fan translation, and again, I didn't get far. It was a long time ago, but I kind of remember like, yeah, this is some levels are harder than others. It seems like there's some difficulty spikes. So I'm curious to see because maybe these remakes ironed out some of the difficulty spikes. Not really sure, but that would have been the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't think they, from what I understand, I don't think they did at all.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because when you get into a battle like here, so this is, I guess maybe we should explain if you didn't already know, this is a tactics kind of game, like Final Fantasy Tactics, Advance Wars, Fire Emblem ish, where you move on a grid and then you shoot guys, and some guys have shields, some guys obviously have guns, missiles, rocket launchers, machine guns, that kind of stuff. But it's interesting because you can damage the parts of the Wanzer, the tank, the mech, and if you like blow up his right arm, and if his right arm had the gun, he can't shoot anymore.
yep.
If you like blow off part of his leg or whatever, he can't move, and you kind of come defenseless. So it becomes interesting because you can, you know, do you try to take out just him as a whole, or try to take off piece by piece to disable him? Yeah, and then you get some misses, which is random.
It just reminds me of playing 4. There was one mission in 4 I tried like probably over 20 times, and uh at like it was there was just this one guy that it was you had to stop everyone while they were escaping the map, and
Hmm.
this one guy just, I'd break his legs so he could only move one square at a time.
Right, right.
I do all of this shit to him, and it was like I'd be like, cool, all he has left is like his core, and it doesn't have that much. One more attack will, finish this up. Yeah, then I just missed for like the next 4 rounds, and he managed to escape. And I was
Yeah,
just like, what the actual fuck is this?
managed to crawl away one square at a time,
Yeah, I was done with that game
right at the buzzer.
forever.
Yep. His name is Royd.
Right?
Okay. Jeez.
And
Okay.
he has
Spell
Goku hair.
yeah, and spelling it with the Y. I mean, that doesn't really make it any better.
No, no, it does not. I played this on DS. I don't remember this training mission.
Oh yeah, there was a DS. Was that the remake of the first one?
Yeah, it was a remake of the. So this
Yeah.
supposedly, um,
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is, let's say, new for me. I only played a little bit on the DS.
Oh yeah, Front Mission DS. I'm looking at the Front Mission series, Gun Hazard, Front Mission 2, Front Mission Alternative, Front Mission 3, 4. There was a 2089. I didn't know that. Front Mission Online, Front Mission 5, Scars of War.
Whoa, whoa. That arrow thing is just persistently there.
Oh,
That
on the
yeah, that if you
play
go
the
over
demo.
to, it says, "Oh yeah, play a demo." Dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a little unnecessary.
Cool. His
Royd
name is
doesn't.
Royd.
Royd is agitated by the arrow on the underside.
Yeah, because I love it when I pay full price. Well, I pay for a video game, and
Yeah, you want to get marketed to go buy our other games.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, I'm probably going to do it anyway, so just shut up and go away.
Yeah, I almost broke and bought it, and that's the
Yeah,
thing that really sucks is, so if I had bought Front Mission 2, it would still fucking be there.
it'll be there exactly. It doesn't know that you already bought 2. It's just there, an in-game ad for their other games. What is the world coming to?
And no one should ever buy a Square Enix game on launch. Excuse me, which is why we're only playing this game now, because Square doesn't. They have a habit of releasing video games on PC broken and then and then not fixing them. And so it's like up to the end users to fucking write a patch for it. Fuck, I think it was yeah, it was like Nier that when it came out only ran at like 720p. You couldn't run it
It,
windowed. You couldn't. It was just like this low resolution, no options.
which is kind of weird for Square because Square's always like big on graphics. That's always like look at the Final Fantasy games.
Until very, very recently, the PC was of extremely small market in Japan. So there was like no reason for them to put that
I
much
feel like
effort into it.
a lot of PlayStation games, especially, have been ported to PC. Like Last of Us, I think God of War,
That's
Final
recently.
Fantasy Remake. Yeah, he's right. That's what I mean. Like, so just a lot of these PlayStation exclusive games have trickled over to PC over the last, few years. It seems like.
Yeah. Well, Sony has a initiative going on right now. It's a PlayStation on PC is what they're calling it. Um, it's fine. A lot of those games don't run well either, and they just got in a big thing with Helldivers. I don't know if you saw that controversy that was coming out.
No, what happened?
So Helldivers came out 3 months ago. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
describe this adequately. Um, every single one of us who bought it was able to play the game using our Steam account. Like nothing else. You didn't need any other, authentication. And then
Okay.
Sony 3 months later says, "Yeah, now you're gonna have to start signing in with your Square ID or your PlayStation ID."
The PlayStation ID, but still through Steam.
Well, yeah, you have to launch it through Steam, but when you get
Like,
in, you have to do a third-party
oh,
activation.
geez. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
and so like a bunch of people were like, "I would like a refund, please." And Steam, being as consumer friendly as it wants, hates it when places do like third
Yeah,
party. Um,
sure.
it, so the Steam itself is anti theft, like just the software itself. You know, it reports back to Steam when you're playing it. It can detect if it's not a real copy, and for most people, the idea of losing your Steam account is enough not to fuck with it.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, Steam has been around forever. It's not going away. Everybody has a million games on Steam because a lot of games have been cheap. Like
Or you
a
go
lot
to
of
a
people
humble
have.
bundle and they're like, "Give us
Yeah,
$5, we'll give you 800 games."
exactly.
Yeah, it's enough that if not that I would ever look into pirating a video game, but if I ever have, um, if I see it has Steam, it's almost enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, plus if you wait long enough, like chances are that game is probably going to be really cheap at some point anyway. Like
That's my
it's
only
not.
complaint about modern Steam right now is
Yeah,
that
well, it's been yeah. We talked about this like recently because everything's going digital. So Steam is now it's everybody's competing for the digital space. So there hasn't really been those killer wicked deals over the last
well, yeah,
what
because
what would you say
it's
2 years maybe?
yeah, and it's not not taking up shelf space anywhere, so you don't
Yeah,
have to worry about
right.
like GameStop fucking throwing your game out or something. Well,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing is it's like when you're at GameStop, technically that product's already been sold. Like that already went like GameStop has
Mhm.
purchased that product for whatever and it resells it for a profit. When you go on Steam, like yeah, Valve takes a cut of it, but it's a static cut of like I think it's like 15% or something. Um so if you can still sell something at full price, they just leave it that way because it's not taking up it's not
Yeah.
costing them anything to list it, and it's not or to keep it listed, and lowering the price for them, whatever. Yeah,
And speaking of Humble Bundle, they got a Metroidvania right now. PC, $14 get you a couple of both Axiom Verges. It's a Metroidvania bundle. Doesn't seem too bad. So if I guess if you already own the Axiom Verges, like probably don't get it. But if you don't have them for $14 to get both games plus Death's Gambit, that wasn't a bad game. Ghost Song.
yeah. Why do I remember Ghost Song?
Ghost Song, the Night Witch. I'm not familiar with the Night Witch. A game called Cookie Cutter and 9 Years of Shadows. I'm not familiar with those.
Yeah,
But the Axiom Verge games are supposed to be pretty good.
I played one of the Axiom Verge games. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I couldn't really get into it. Oh, okay. Now this is I remember this part because uh, the arena you're fighting in an arena. Yeah, I remember this from the DS game. I think
Oh, okay.
those look very similar to the character profiles from there.
They probably pulled them from there
They
because
probably did.
they were probably up res or updated from the Super Nintendo to the DS version. They kind of took assets from the DS version and HDified those.
Yeah, Raptor. Couldn't you target other like specific parts in?
I can't. Yeah, I was just thinking that, and maybe it depends on the gun. Like if you get the sniper rifle or something, then you can specifically like I'm going to shoot the right
Oh, there
arm.
were like skills that would
Ver-
unlock and shit, weren't they?
Ye- yes, man, it's been so long. And again, I didn't play it for long. I just remember thinking like, yeah, I kind of like this is a good game. I would like to play this, and then I just never got around to it because by that time it was already you know, PlayStation, late PlayStation 1 era, probably when that came out, PlayStation 2. So I was like, I don't really want to play a Super Nintendo game right now. But I kind of remember being able to, or maybe, yeah, maybe it was an ability. Maybe you need a specific gun to target specific things.
Yeah. Uh, as two people who haven't played the any of the games in a decade.
Oh,
Ta-
I think more, yeah, more than I haven't, yeah.
Oh God, no, you're right. I forgot what year
Uh,
it was. Like 15 years, probably.
Yes, yes.
All right. So, sir, what do you think about the game?
No, yeah, I think I would like this. I have it on like all my wish lists on everything that you can make a wish list on. I just haven't purchased it myself yet because I have 9 million other games. But one day when it goes on sale and I get the urge to play it, but yeah, because I love tactics games. I think it's actually one of my more favorite genres available. So and you got mechs and it's supposed to be pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of I really want to play this, and the sequel just came out too, so that's also on my wish list. So one of these days. But we are from mygamer.com. Go there, put us in your favorites. You can check me out on Twitter at Zach Gaz, ZACKGAZ. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.